of DWAC, the stock. You probably heard of Truth Social, the social media platform being launched by none other than President Donald J. Trump. You've probably also seen the stock go up and down, up and down. You've probably heard of the SPAC that is under attack by the media. Now, we got a lot to talk about. Should you get on Truth Social coming in February? Is it the future of privacy? Is it encrypted? Is it the best thing out there? Is it going to tank sites like Twitter and Snapchat? Is it going to give Facebook a run for their money? Is it going to take on the metaverse? You're going to want to watch to the end of this video because we're going to break down exactly what is going to be happening with Truth Social. Should you be investing in the stock? Well, I'm not your financial advisor, so I don't know. But in operation, real social media. Now, real quick, when it comes to the stock, I do have to disclose I did not invest. I knew it was going to go up. I knew there was going to be money involved, but I knew it was also going to be an actual circus, which is why they're going public now and launching in February. One of the big reasons a couple of insiders said was because they want to let some of the steam die down. Also, the media is going to do most of the marketing. Tens of millions, possibly hundreds of millions of people absolutely unequivocally love Donald Trump. Also, a lot of people do not like Donald Trump in the tens of millions. So, it is going to be a very controversial site. There's going to be a lot of people getting on there. Did I invest? No. Am I going to invest? No, because there are too many good investments right now, and this one is not for me. Should you invest? I don't know. That's where we're going to stop talking about the stock. Whether or not you invest, I wish you the best, but I want to break down more the social media aspect, the encryption aspect, the privacy aspect, and is this actually the future of social media? Is this going to give social media a run for its money? Is this going to be the next big thing? Is this going to be served up hot on a silver platter to sites like Twitter who banned Trump? And all they really had to do was bring Trump back. All they had to do was unban his account, and then you wouldn't have these problems. However, they said, no, and now Trump is going to steamroll right over him. Now, Twitter has been a hot, steaming pile of garbage for quite a few years. Everyone knows that, and I don't know anybody who is not a permanent troll in their mother's basement at 52 who is currently on Twitter. However, media, journalists, and celebrities pretend they have to be on there because it's a public forum. Well, they are going to get wrecked by this. And they already would have got wrecked by Parler. Now, it is said that Truth Social has its own servers, which of course they do. It is a multi-billion-dollar company, so they're not going to be able to get booted off AWS like Parler did. This is not going to be a repeat of Parler because they can stand alone. However, the mobile version could potentially hit some roadblocks if Apple, or as Trump likes to call him, Tim Apple, decides to boot them off the App Store. Same with Google. Hey, Googlers, it's time for Truth Social to go bye-bye. Then they're not on the App Store. However, if they want to go full-blown 2007 and go straight up desktop from the top down, well, that's always an option, but that's not going to play well. There's been rumors of other options. Now, from the privacy front of this app, it really doesn't look impressive. It doesn't look any better than any of these other platforms like Twitter or Parler or Getter. A lot of them talk about encryption and privacy and they use big words. Apple uses big words. I have to spend like 2 hours when I set up a new Apple computer for all of the things I have to do to it, all of the machines, all the software. In fact, I'm going to do a detailed, dedicated video because I've had 50 or 60 people ask me, hey, you use Mac computers. I got iMacs and MacBook Pros and Mac everything. Now, the computers are good if you put a bunch of work into them. I'm not talking repair work. We all know that's an issue, but I'm talking work. Well, this is no different. Now, am I signing up? Oh, day one, I've already pre-ordered. You know I've already pre-ordered because this is serious. I'm already on it. Not on it, but I'm already on the pre-order, and the day it comes out, I got it. But the one thing that I will tell you, and the one thing that needs to be understood, is it's going to be very controversial. I don't think the privacy and the encryption is going to do anything. Now, a lot of people are already saying, and they already went on illegal websites. Now, here at Privacy Act, we've already dug deep, but we did not break the Computer and Securities Act like a bunch of news outlets who actually went on the HTTPS domain that they weren't supposed to. Of course, the current administration is never going to go after them for the computer crimes laws that were broken, But we didn't do that here at Privacy X, but we did look. There's a lot of people saying they directly took some code from another app that is supposed to be open source, and it's going to be closed source. The fact is, nobody actually knows because the site's not live. You can go to truthsocial.com, and it's just a landing page that says sign up for the waiting list. Or you can go on your phone, and you can get on the app, and you could pre-order the app, and it comes out in February. That's all you can do. So nobody really knows, but the stories are piling on. It doesn't look like the encryption is really that impressive, which is unfortunate. But here's the problem with people like Trump, people like, well, basically anybody in this social space. They don't value privacy because they haven't got anything. The only thing they can do is armed guards and security to the T. I mean, Trump literally has Secret Service the rest of his life, right? One of my biggest disagreements with Elon Musk is he's famously said he doesn't believe in privacy. Well, that's because he's one of the most famous people, one of the most polarizing people, two of the most polarizing companies in the world. Of course he doesn't believe in privacy. He's got to hire a whole fleet of guards for SpaceX and for Tesla. And same thing with Trump, okay? But for the average person, privacy is very, very serious. That's why we're getting a lot of privacy pushback and a lot of privacy movements. Now, if you want to learn more about this, you can go to privacyxproject.com and check it out. Myself and my team will help you out with this process. But when it comes to Truth Social, should you get on it, I always recommend checking out a new social media that's popping. And you already know, regardless of what happens here, it's going to be popping. People who love Trump are going to be on it. People who hate Trump are going to be on it. And there's going to be people like me who are just happy to be there. I'm just going to see what's going on. I really don't have any high expectations for these kind of social media platforms. But Trump wants full control. He's going to take full control. He's already said that most likely he's running in the 2024 election. And if he launches this platform, people are saying, well, he should have launched the platform before. No, he's going to launch the platform in February. In March, he's going to announce he's running. Win, lose, or draw. It's going to take this company from 3 to 5 billion, where it is now, to 3 to 500 billion. It is going to crush weak sites like Twitter and Snap. And Facebook is dying on a vine. And it's not just Facebook, it's a basket of companies, right? You got Facebook, you've got their chat app and their messenger, you've got Oculus, you've got Instagram. So you've got a basket of companies that's worth just shy of 1 trillion. But their core feature company, Facebook, is dying on a vine to the point where they're talking about changing it to the metaverse and create an augmented and virtual reality solution to bring you into the ecosystem so you have the ability to live your life in this virtual world, which nobody in the privacy sector wants. However, when we were doing our research, we looked at how they're going to look at breaking this down because the core fundamentals of the Facebook account, and if you look at what Congress is currently doing in this situation, to try to bust up Facebook, their core goal is to create the metaverse so it is one singular company. You notice how they don't talk about breaking up companies like Apple because it is a singular company, where if you look at companies like Google, companies like Amazon, and companies like Facebook, just to name a couple, they're talking about breaking them up. Well, Truth Social plans on seizing the day when these guys are all under attack. Now, notably, Twitter made a weak, embarrassing attempt to buy Periscope, which was a Meerkat competitor, which we all know Meerkat is flat dead, and it has been. Gary Vee's like, Meerkat's going to be the next big thing. And per most Gary Vee recommendations, it went to 0. But he's been right a couple times. He was right on Twitter. We all see how that went out. Good job, Mr. V. Now, moving forward, beyond shilling social media, what we have is a situation where we're going to get a lot of conservatives and a lot of these voices going to the moon, and there's really nothing the government can do, because the one thing the government can't cross is the double standard, and they're seeing this with a man dance where they're getting destroyed. I mean, Chicago's basically making Mayor Littleface, or Flatfoot, Littlefoot, Land Before Time, what is the Beetlejuice, what's her name? Mayor Lightface? I don't know. The mayor of Chicago, put a picture up of the mayor of Chicago. I don't care if you think that's insulting. She's a piece of garbage that needs to be in prison. I know people in Chicago, and it is the worst, probably one of the worst governors. Excuse me, did I say mayor? I meant governor. Probably one of the worst governors in America right now, the most un-American piece of garbage that we've ever seen, although we've got Newsom, garbage. We've got that piece of junk in Michigan, should be in prison. We've got a few of these that are just trying to have dictator control, and it's not going to work out for them. They're going to... their day is coming. It's absolutely coming, which is a good thing, because what's going to happen is there's going to be this rise. Now, I've always said don't hang your hat on politics. Biden's not going to solve your problems. Trump's not going to solve your problems. No Democrat or Republican is going to solve your problems. But when we look at how things are going with the social credit score, nobody cares about vaccines and mandates and COVID. That's not the goal. The goal is to use this as a social credit score. Trump actually was talking about this, and they tried to shut Trump down, which is the same day they shut down his Facebook, they shut down his Twitter, they shut him down on YouTube and everywhere else, because he was talking about the rollout of some of the elites in government want to do the social credit score and using this for a social credit score. It recently came out where this stuff came from. They recently put, everyone on Congress to figure this out, even Fauci, and he had to admit it. He had to admit that it was from a lab because he didn't want to perjure himself again. I mean, there's 1/3 of Congress right now wants to put Anthony Fauci, or Tony Fauci, what's his name? Fauci, in prison because he perjured himself in Congress. He needs to go to jail. So it is really starting to fall apart for the Bill Gates globalist club, this whole conglomerate of people who want to create these social credit scores and want to break this stuff down. So what you can do is get real information on something like that. The problem with the site, Facebook is one way and Truth Social is another way. The problem with that is they lean too far. Okay, one is going to go so far left it's not funny, one is going to go so far right it's not funny. That's the problem. So you got to find your way in the middle. Is Truth Social the future? No. What we need is something decentralized. The Trump organization is putting up a website to try to combat Twitter. A lot of people think this is the answer to their prayers. They've talked about encryption. They've talked about privacy standards. It looks like their encryption and privacy standards is literally not even as good as Facebook and Twitter. Now, they haven't launched, so we have to be fair. We have to compare apples to apples, call a spade a spade. We have to give them the ability to launch first. Also, you've got Facebook that's got like a 17-year head start, but they're really not a privacy focus. They're Donald Trump wants to serve it up hot with his followers focused network. Still going to be interesting, but I don't think it's the answer to privacy. The reason I made this is a lot of people have been asking me, is this the answer to our prayers? Is this the privacy-based social network we all wanted? No, we need something decentralized. A lot of companies are working on it, and I recommend you stay tuned here at privacyxproject.com because we're always breaking these things down. Privacy is right, and it's right. They need to be protected. If you don't protect it, I don't protect it. You could bet that the government and the big corporations will not protect it, and they're going to go after you on a regular basis. Go all in everything you do. Subscribe if you haven't already, because we put out new videos here all the time on Privacy X, and I will see you in the next video.